We are live. Apologies for the delay. Forgot we had a live stream, but we are here on a holiday. We'll be starting shortly. It'll be just me today. Bill has the week off. Probably the first time he's had the whole year off. So Bill has definitely earned it. But I'm still here. Hey, what's up, Skylar? What's up, Harris? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Just joined the pro plan. That's what's up. Congratulations. Great to have you here. What's up, Wise of Danny? Dragon Ball Crypto, Javed, Kana, Bashan. What's up? What's up? Greetings. Always a latte, Javed, C Crypto. Yeah, Bill's the GOAT. He's an OG. He's enjoying the weekend with his daughter. What's up, King Nick? What's up, Sean? Tomas, what's up? Alpha Diallo, my man, what's going on? Bitcoin Crypto, how are you? No, Steven, nobody's said the word prediction yet. Hey, what's up, Mark? How are you? Caramelized Ryan, what's up? What's up? Yeah, so this is going to be an old school throwback live stream where I'll just do an AMA and just answer all your questions, any questions you may have on crypto, and let's just end the year right. Right, so let me fire up the Mentimeter, and we'll also be announcing the winner for the Tokenmetrics Moonshot contest, the $1,000 giveaway. Yes, 1,000 US dollars to help you invest towards crypto. We'll be announcing the winner on this live stream. Stay tuned. It's going to be rad. Let me actually pull up Twitter because we do have to find that out. And let me know, do you guys want to do a Menti code or do you guys just want to do questions via the comments? What's up, Jason, Sheldon, Jonathan? You can't hear me? Volume's too low? How's my volume? Post in the comments if you guys can't hear me. Volume is low. Let me move my mic. Comments are fine. Menti code, all right. Let's get the Menti code fired up. When Moon, volume is fine. Yeah, so if volume is fine, I think it's probably maybe your speaker. Turn it up. I did move the mic closer and I did bump up the audio. So everything should be fine. Let me just do a double check here. Yeah, audio is good. Audio is good. Crystal clear. What's up, everybody? Okay, all right. Let me fire up the Menti code. Just give me 1 sec. Hope you all had a great holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, New Year's. It's going to be quite the year. And we got lots of great feedback on the last live stream, on the roundtable, which was last week. You guys definitely like the overtime session. So if you guys like that, I figured maybe we could do some more of that for the whole stream, since Bill's not here today. So let me just fire this up. Okay, all right. So if you want to ask me any questions, go to menti.com. Let me post this in the comments. The code is 5072950. That's 5072950. If you're having issues with the volume, just turn up the volume. Everyone else seems to have no issues with the volume. I've maxed out the volume here, and it's fine here on my test iPad. So all I can say is maybe if I move this closer, but now it's kind of in the view. But yeah, I mean, volume should be fine. Okay, go to Menti, ask your questions. So the first question is price prediction for Graph. I would say we already covered this. So for today's show, let's leave the price predictions out. If you want the price predictions, just simply go to tokenmetrics.com. Tokenmetrics.com. We still have the 25% off coupon. So 12 days of TM. 12 days of TM, all caps, gets you 25% off of Tokenmetrics. So just to kind of keep things more fluid, anything to do with TA and price predictions, just go to tokenmetrics.com and take care of that there. And that way we can get to the other questions, right? So Okay, is Maddox still okay to invest? Very good question. Very good question here. Just give me 1 second. Let me want to make sure I move my comments here. Flying solo today. Okay, so the first question is Maddox still okay to be invested in? Very good question. Very good question. I myself still have Matic Network. I've been staking that for months now. Still bullish on the technology, the code review, everything is good. However, it's taken a while to really do well, right? Because if we go to, let me see how well Matic has performed thus far. Because it's not really been, it's been basically underperforming by all measures. By all measures, it's been underperforming. We did have Sandeep, the COO, on for a call with a private network, I think about a month and a half ago. But right now, market cap is 115th. And honestly, this is too damn low. Because if we go to the, what's the ROI in the last 30 days? Okay, here, I'll just do, okay, the last 1 month. So the price went from 1.7 cents, basically. It's basically gone sideways. It's gone sideways. Okay, so if it's gone sideways, the issue honestly is, I mean, people probably have moved on. It hasn't really recovered since the last 2 crashes, because it had the flash crash where it dropped 64% in 1 day. Then it had a different crash where it dropped over 40% as well. And honestly, they've been building, they've been executing, but people just moved on, unfortunately. So I think it's one of those projects where we have to wait until it becomes fully decentralized, because if that happens, then you're basically, I think if it becomes fully decentralized, then possibly it gets listed on Coinbase, because Coinbase did invest. So people have been holding out for Coinbase investing and for Coinbase listing. And I think the fact that it's still semi-decentralized and the team kind of still has the control in terms of launching and just growing the network, I think that does prevent them from being listed on US exchanges, especially after what happened with Ripple, XRP. But I think right now it's just one of those wait and see, right? If you're losing money, or if you're getting upset about losing money in Bitcoin or Ether, then maybe it's best to get out. I mean, even me myself, I have thought about it. I'm not pulled the trigger just yet, but it's one of those things where I may down the line, right? But right now I'm just kind of been staking it and hoping for the best. But obviously we know in crypto, hope is not the best strategy. But fundamentally, the project is good. They're building, they're executing, the tech is good. But I mean, we've posed this question before to Sandeep, that if ETH 2.0 launches, will people still need Matic Network? And he says yes, because ETH 2.0, based on his answer on the last AMA we had with him on our channel, he mentioned that I believe it will scale only to 64 shards, and the use case they have will still be valid. But that all remains to be seen, right? It all remains to be seen. But right now, honestly, I can't really give you an answer. If you're upset, then probably sell and move on, right? But if you still believe in the project and you think there's still a chance, then hold on, right? I'm still holding on, but honestly, I don't even check the price, right? So to me, it's super long term, but anything can happen, right? Maybe next year something comes out and I say, you know what? Let me get out of it, right? So that's kind of tough to say. Okay, Mel Dow says it almost needs a bunch of people to take out money so it gets noticed. Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely the issue, right? Right now, people are focused on DeFi. People are focused on ETH 2.0. So what the heck is Matic doing that's getting people's attention in a very noisy space? So I think they need to really launch something big. So either, I mean, I know they've been partnering with Chainlink. I know these other protocols, going back to them executing, but right now it's going sideways, right? So that basically, it is what it is. Can't really talk around that. I mean, right? It is what it is. But if you're thinking of moving on, then I would move on, right? Just for the sanity, just to sleep well at night, right? If you just want to sell to ETH and wait for a better project to put your money in, then by all means do that, right? But that's basically what it is. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it makes sense to stay in Matic network, or do you think it makes sense to go into Bitcoin, into Ethereum, into other projects? Let me know what you think. What's up, Mateo? How you doing? Naveed says, I'm just waiting for trading signals AI on Tokenmetrics so we can trade for monthly on solid predictions on Tokenmetrics. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a game changer, honestly. I think that's one of the biggest things we're working on, is the automated TA. Okay, let's go back to the AMA. Okay, here's a good question. All right, so the question is, how will we know when alt season is about to begin? Okay, so the first sign is Bitcoin stops going on a rally, because Bitcoin dominance has been going through the roof. Bitcoin dominance, last time I checked, is now at 70%, which historically is very, very high. We've not been at these levels since, I think, early 2018. I think last time Bill showed the TA on the Santa live stream. So I think for alt season to begin, Bitcoin has to slow down. I mean, Bitcoin went almost to 30K. It went to 28K. And if Bitcoin rallies to 30K, it's going to be rough to have an alt season. Because alt season means that people are taking profits from Bitcoin and buying alts. When people see that Bitcoin has slowed down and there's no more growth, and they think Bitcoin's about to crash or just go sideways or flat, people take their profits, lock in the profits, and go to fiat, to cash, or they buy altcoins. Right? They take their spending money, their disposable income and cash they've earned from the Bitcoin rally, and they buy some look-up alts, and it's basically buying a lottery ticket. Right? They're trying to find the 10x, the 100x, those moonshots. And when they do that, Bitcoin has to really have tapped out. Bitcoin has to run out of gas, run out of steam. So when that happens, that's when I think alt season begins. And you also have to have a catalyst. Typically, there's an investment that does like a 20x or 30x or even 100x that gets the entire market's attention back into altcoins. Because if we go back to the last alt run, basically DeFi run, I would say that rally was Compound. Compound came out of nowhere and went and entered the top 20 market cap, and also reached $1 billion valuation. Right, $1 billion market cap out of nowhere, 0 to $1 billion real quick. And then same thing with Yearn Finance. So I would say Compound and Yearn Finance really begun the DeFi pump and the DeFi alt season that we experienced in August. So I think, I mean, could we say Graph could be one of those projects? Possibly, but I think we need one more big new project to really get people's attention back on altcoins. And we need Bitcoin to also slow down. Yes, it is possible for both Bitcoin to rally and for alts to rally, but it's very tough, right? I don't think it's going to be anything prolonged where you have a Bitcoin rally and an altcoin rally. I think right now you have kind of this sniper coins, this individual coins like the Graph doing very, very well, but not alt altogether doing better than Bitcoin. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So Music Revolution says Ethereum making a move could signal what's coming for alts. Yes, yeah, I think that for sure. Do you actually think Bitcoin will take a chill pill soon, though? Honestly, I don't know. Right now, Bitcoin is on cloud 9. It's hitting new all-time highs, so we can't really say definitively what's going to happen. Like, anything is possible. Bitcoin is too much of a beast right now. Yeah, it is. Graph is like Google in the background. Graph, very low market cap, goodbye. I think it's still slightly overvalued. I mean, because it basically, the traditional pump and dump with token sales and new listings happened, right? It pumped to like what, top 20, top 30 market cap, almost to a billion market cap. Then it crashed. Then it pumped again. I think possibly dead cat bounce. But I think we have to wait until things really fizzle out to try to get in. Unless you're planning to dollar cost average, which is a good idea. But I think you gotta wait things out. But yeah, that's kind of my take on in terms of alt season. Let me know what you guys think. When do you guys think alt season will begin? For those who are just joining, today actually we forgot. We're supposed to cancel the live stream for holidays, but we forgot to tell you guys. So I came in here. Volume is low. I mean, there should be no issue with the volume. Everyone else has no issues. So I would say turn up your microphone, your sound on your computer if you can. Everyone else has no issues with the volume. It's criminal not to be in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes, it is. Absolutely. It is criminal. By the way, if anybody's on Clubhouse, be sure to add me at Diary of a Made Man on Clubhouse. I'm thinking of doing a room on there for crypto and tokens. I've been liking Clubhouse so far, so definitely be sure to add me on there. I can see some people on YouTube are having issues when everybody else has no issues. Not sure if YouTube or something is messing up the audio, but we're good. We'll just continue. Oh man, okay. Okay, here. I got a story to tell. All right, so the question is, what are some of the worst decisions you have made while investing in crypto? Oh man, oh man. Okay, where do I start?
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Okay, I mean, first of all, investing in general, you're learning lessons all the time. And you make money by learning from your lessons and not repeating them again. Because if you repeat your mistakes or the lessons you're supposed to have learned, you aren't really learning. You're just repeating the same thing over and over again. So when I got into crypto back in early 2016, the first big lesson I would say was actually in 2017. I wasn't doing my own research. I did have a system that I stuck to. I was just gambling. I would just go on to, this was like early, I'll say Q1, maybe all the way until Q2, but mainly Q1 of 2017. I would basically go on to Poloniex, go to the troll box. Actually, no, not the troll box, but I'll just see the top gainers on Poloniex that day, and I'll just buy. Right? So I'll just see what coins were up the most, and I would just buy those coins. So I was buying XRP, all these random shit coins. I was basically just buying momentum. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. So that was the first worst decision I did, was not having a system. I was basically just gambling, just buying the top. And sometimes these coins would continue. Like I would buy XRP when it was up 50% and it would go up 300%, right? Because back then it was still kind of early. But after a while, I realized that strategy did not work, right? That's when I ended up discovering token metrics and having a data-driven approach to investing. And I stuck to that, and that changed my life. Then the second mistake I did was using leverage. On Poloniex, I was buying coins, the shit coins on leverage, XRP on leverage, and I was making money, right? I would make money, then lose it all. And after a while, I realized, you know what? Leverage is not for me. Yes, some people can make leverage work, but unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. I was better off, because what I hated about leverage is you could make money and still lose money, which did not make any sense to me at all, right? But I was a beginner, and because there's nothing worse than being right on a trade and still getting liquidated because you're on leverage and you didn't rebalance you didn't top up your leverage because maybe you were asleep, the market crashed, right? Because I think Poloniex didn't really have any effective stop losses back then. I'm not sure if they have that now, right? But basically, I was on leverage. I tried shorting as well, right? I mean, so leverage and shorting, I personally don't do them. I avoid them. I know even the best traders typically don't use them. If they do, they're very, very conservative, because you can lose all your money. and then some, right? And honestly, I still have some, I should not say this, but I have some exchange accounts that I blew up and I still owe money for. I think that this was a rite of passage for anybody who was trading on these random small crypto exchanges on leverage, right? Where they took all your money and you still owe money and you just close the account, right? I'm not sure how they stay in business, but leverage definitely not the wisest thing. What else? So we have leverage, shorting, buying the top, not having a system. I think those were the worst ones. The others were, you have to constantly improve. You can't depend on the same thing to work forever and ever, right? ICOs worked in 2017. Then the cat was out of the bag, right? One of my favorite investors, Howard Marks, has a quote saying that what the wise man does in the beginning, the fool does in the end. What does that mean? You can get the smartest investment trading strategy ever, right? Let's say it's ICOs, right? Let's say it's DeFi, yield farming. Like, let's say the smartest VCs, smart money, is doing it in the beginning and they're making money. And eventually it trickles down to a point where everybody is now doing it. To now where even Joe Schmo, Jane, who just joined crypto a month ago and just signed up for Coinbase, is now doing the same strategy, right? That's typically the sign that this strategy is about to expire. It's time to find something else to make your money. It's time to find something else to make your bread and butter, right? Because what the wise man does in the beginning, the fool does in the end. And that's typically the sign that the bull run is over. And markets move in cycles. So you have to really get that. And that means that kind of the same thing, right? What the wise man does in the beginning is typically the beginning of the bull run. But when you get towards the end of the bull run, and you start, for example, back in the last bull run, the end was, because there were always signs, but I just didn't really pay attention to them. But I recall the major sign I missed on was I was at my barber shop getting my hair cut, and the barber and everybody was talking about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was at 19K, and I told myself, you know what? I've heard from Warren Buffett and other smart investors that when you hear somebody talking about investing who's not really in that space, basically somebody in retail, that's typically a sign to get out, right? Like basically like back in the olden days when the person who used to polish your shoes began giving you stock tips, and that was the time to sell, right? So in a way, it was kind of the same thing. Like my barber was giving out crypto advice, and back then that was the time to get out, right? So I think those are really the lessons I've learned. What's up, Kingston? This channel should be bigger. Putting in the work for years. Thank you. Appreciate it. How do you take profits when you know you have to pay like 50% tax? Oh, that's the other lesson. Oh man, taxes. God damn. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry to use the Lord's name in vain, but taxes are a pain. They're a nuisance. Because when you're making money or you're thinking so much about making money, the last thing you think about are taxes. Because in crypto or investing and trading in general, unlike working in 9 to 5 where they take taxes out of your paycheck before you get your money, when you're investing or trading, you make the money first and then you have to pay the taxes yourself. So if you don't calculate the taxes before the tax year is over, it's a pain, right? So I highly recommend looking into taxes. I mean, what's most full-time traders or investors do, they pay the taxes quarterly, which makes it a lot easier to manage, right? You basically go through your cost basis and file your taxes. I recommend doing tokentax.co, tokentax.co, and that's the one that I've been using. You basically hook it up to your exchanges, to your wallet addresses, hardware wallets, and they'll go through and calculate your taxes for you. Then just give that to your CPA. So I highly recommend that as well. Were you, hold on. What are you saying, Afrojack? When am I at my barber? So I'll let you guys know. Next, but I think right now we're not there yet. I don't think we're there yet. But yeah, so those are the worst decisions I made in crypto. There are probably a lot more, but those are the main ones. I think the ones that I did avoid, once I had a system, basically tokenmetrics or whatever system you have, you stick to it by all means, because not having a system is kind of like not having a GPS navigation when you're driving. Yes, sometimes you can kind of navigate yourself, but you want to have that guidance. Even if you know where you're going, you want to just know how far it's going to take you, right? Because the GPS tells you how far, how much time you have to go, right? The software is TokenTax. Let me see if I can pull it up here. TokenTax.co. Right? Calculate your crypto taxes and file your return. So this is what I highly recommend it. We actually used to have an affiliate link, but I forget what it was. But just sign up there. The cool thing is you can hook it up to all exchanges, and it will help you with tax loss harvesting, with calculating your returns and seeing if you owe money. All right? And they even have a VIP option to talk to a CPA. So this is what I use. I know some CPAs who use coin tracking. That's one other version. Cointracking.info. I did try this a while back, but I like TokenTax a lot better. But all these, they make taxes a lot easier because you just hook it up to your wallet addresses and your exchanges, and it's read only, and then it pulls in all that information, right? Does TokenTax work with Uniswap? I believe it should. I'm seeing DeFi automated integrations. Yes. So if you get the premium version, you get Uniswap, SushiSwap. So yes, it does. Right. It makes everything a lifesaver. All right. Bill is taking the day off. He's spending the day with his daughter to close out the year. So I'm here. But yeah. So that's what I recommend. Is TokenTax for all countries? I'm not sure, honestly. I'll just go to the site and check. I think it should be manageable for all countries if they use this, because most countries, to my knowledge, use the standard accounting practice of calculating your cost basis, right? I don't think that there's really anything that's different. It's just that different countries have different ways of actually doing the taxes, right? But that's what I would suggest. But hey, so you guys let me know. What is the worst decision you've made while investing in crypto? Let me know down below in the comments. Okay, any remittance crypto you recommend for African diaspora? Okay, in terms of remittances, why do I recommend for African diaspora? I mean, Telcoin, yes, that's one, but honestly, stablecoins. Stablecoins, they're liquid, they're usable everywhere. I mean, you can just get stablecoins and send somebody stablecoins, unless you're thinking of a different use case. But I mean, just buy stablecoins, DAI, even Tether, USDC. USD depends. If you want something decentralized, then DAI. If you want something that's liquid, Tether. If you want something that's regulated, then USDC. Right? But just basically get a stablecoin and send that. That's the best way. Telcoin is one. I'm not sure how liquid. That's not too liquid. So I don't really anything for the African diaspora that's too liquid. So I'll just say stick to stablecoins. Alrighty, let's go on to the next one. Okay, I think Swissborg. Honestly, I haven't looked too much into Swissborg. I know we did a code review on them a while back, but it wasn't that high. But they do have lots of adoption. That part I do know. Oh wow, lots of people on the stream. Okay, if you're enjoying the live stream, be sure to smash the like buttons, share this video with your crypto family, and subscribe. Tune in. This is the last live stream of 2020.
We just landed on the moon and the land.
Last live stream. We're ending the year with a bang. All right. Hope you all had a good holiday. Okay. Polkadot and Cardano will be really challenging for Ethereum long term. Honestly, I'm super bullish on Ethereum. I mean, I think Polkadot eventually will get its stuff together and launch and be actually live. But right now, it's still experimental. That's why it's basically been going flat after the hype died down, as we kind of expected. Cardano, the tech is good. They're building, but it seems like they're always building, right? It seems like they're never launching. But I do know they were launching Shelly, but I'm not really a Cardano expert, so I'd leave that to the Cardano experts. But the tech is good. I mean, all three have good tech, but I think Ethereum has the developer network and community to really win, right? Yes, Cardano and Polkadot can challenge, but I mean, if no one's building on there, is it really challenging? All right, so I'm still bullish on Ethereum, but they all have good technology, and they all do have a shot. So tell me what you guys think. Do you think Cardano and Polkadot have a chance for Ethereum? Let us know down in the comments below. Okay, let me get some water. Can we get a super chat? I'll get to that Alpha Diallo real quick. Actually, here, let me get that to that real quick. Okay, super chat. Hey Ian, how do you handle overthinking or doing something and still be skeptical if you do it or not? Very good question. Very good question. So basically, how do you get over analysis paralysis? So I think this can be summed up very simply. The only thing that matters is action and execution. Everything else is just pontificating, right? Your job is not to pontificate. Your job is not to just think about all the possible scenarios, right? Your job is to execute. And one way of thinking about this is, it's better to execute quickly and be 80% right than to take forever and be 100% right, because you'll be late. You'll be too late, right? So your job is not to be perfect. Like, the whole notion of perfection, throw it out the window with the bathwater. Your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to be efficient and effective. Like, for example, like even with his live streams, honestly, these are not perfect. And if I had a bar of having these live streams be perfect, I would do a lot less of these live streams, to be honest. But because I set the bar so low that my job is just to show up, right? Like, honestly, like even today, like I just showed up. No planning, no nothing. Showed up. Bill's off today. I forgot to tell him, right? And to tell all you guys. But the bar is so low, it's just to show up, right? Because if you just show up, basically take action, execute, the rest will kind of take care of itself. That's kind of my philosophy in life, is to just show up. Show up, take action, and act, right? And the job isn't to be perfect. The job is to just be 80% of the way there. Because perfection will paralyze you with fear, with all the possibilities. And you'll never act. You'll always second guess yourself. You'll always doubt yourself. Every move you're making, you'll second guess it, right? There's also a quote from Robert Greene from the 48 Laws of Power about this. Let me see if I can find this. Robert Greene, 48 Laws. Because this is actually, I read this book back in college. Great book, by the way. I highly recommend it. A very long book. But let me see if I can get one of the quotes here. Because I read this as a kid. Well, actually, in college, I mean. And it was pretty helpful. So let me share this. Okay, so I think it's called Bold. Right here. Law number 28. Enter action with boldness. The bolder lie, the better. Lion circle the hesitant prey. Boldness strikes fear. Fear creates authority. Going halfway with half a heart digs a deeper grave. Hesitation creates gaps. Boldness obliterates them. Audacity separates you from the herd. When you are small and obscure, as David was, you must find a Goliath to attack. But basically, enter action with boldness. This summary is not really the best, but basically, if you enter bold, if you enter boldly, basically without overthinking things, any mistakes you make can be rectified and solved by being more bold, right? By just taking more action, right? So, Mike Tyson had a quote for this, right? Everybody has a plan until they get hit, right? So that's why I don't really spend too much time planning, because whatever you plan will never go according to plan. So if anything, you have to be comfortable with the unknown. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable improvising, right? So I think that's probably what I'm best at. I'm comfortable improvising. I'm comfortable with the unknown. It's both my strength and my weakness, right? It's my weakness in the sense that I don't plan too well, right? Like in terms of operationals, I mean, having operations and planning things, that's not me. But I also know that's not my personality. That's not my psyche, because I'm a visionary. I like thinking big picture. So sitting down and planning things out A to Z, my personality just hates that, right? I can't really just sit still and just plan things out. I mean, on occasion I do, but honestly, I just like going with the flow and just improvising and doing things as I go, right? So Kingston says, yep, be bold. I lost 6 figures being scared in 2016. Yeah. Okay, people who are, I think if you're having issues with the audio, I think it's something with YouTube, because nobody else has issues with the audio. I would say maybe reboot your browser or something, but nobody else is having issues. I think it's a few people on some YouTube streams who are having issues, but people on Twitter never else aren't having any issues. But yeah, I mean, basically be bold. Let me see what else. Let me see if I can go deeper, right? One of my mentors a while back told me the way you start is the way you finish. If you start like a champion, you'll finish like a champion. If you start like a chump, you finish like a chump, right? So the way you begin things is how you end them, right? So if you want to end great, start great, right? So definitely spend your time focused more on the action and not so much on the results even, right? Because the results come by themselves, right? If you're just executing, everything kind of takes care of itself, right? Because being paralyzed means that you don't know what action to take. You have too much. You have too many things going on in your brain, and you have to slow down, right? So in terms of, let's say you don't know what to invest in, right? And you're paralyzed. Take action, right? Just pick anything and get in, right? Now don't go putting in your whole money, but hey, if you don't know what to do, invest in both. Right? If you don't know what to get, which altcoin to get, or whether to get Bitcoin or Ethereum, get both. If you don't know whether to get Polkadot or Cardano, get both. Right? Like it's not so much about the thinking of things, right? What you learn the most is by taking action. You learn by doing, right? And that's why taking action is the best teacher, right? Take action, because wisdom comes from making mistakes and knowing what mistakes not to make. Actually, I'm sorry. Wisdom comes from experience, and experience comes from making lots of mistakes, right? So, and you make lots of mistakes by taking a lot of action. And you take a lot of action by not overthinking things, right? So that's basically the mindset I would have. So hope that helps. Alpha Diallo, thank you for the super chat. All right, let me check the comments here. What's up, everybody? Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe. Real talk. Oh man, Kingston, I appreciate the super chat. We have a high roller here. All right, yeah, thank you, appreciate that. 2021, next stop to the moon. Yeah, 2021 is going to be lit. 2021, just think about this. Everything we've been waiting for is happening right now. Bitcoin is at a new all-time high. Ethereum is not even there yet. So imagine if Ethereum also achieves a new all-time high. Because we have all these big players in, and the media is barely covering crypto. They're covering Bitcoin, but 2021 is going to be huge because all the infrastructure, institutions are FOMOing into Bitcoin. Then they'll FOMO into Ethereum. That's kind of my hypothesis. And then altcoins. Altcoins will take a long time. It might take a couple of years, maybe even longer, for institutions to get into altcoins. But if we think in first order principles, which is kind of a philosophy from philosophy, but made popular by Elon Musk, right? It's basically, if we break everything down to its most foundational form, what does that look like? Okay, so let's say Bitcoin is the future of money, right? Let's say Bitcoin is the new currency, it's a new global reserve currency. Let's say that all plays out, right? Let's say it becomes the new internet money. When that happens, what's next? Because Bitcoin will be a store of value. Can Bitcoin be both a store of value and a currency being used for everyday transactions and something being used for applications? I mean, possibly, right? I mean, if Blockstack or if Rootstock, Riff, right, if they build applications on Bitcoin, but I think for now, the winner is Ethereum, right? Because Bitcoin has 230 active developers a month. Ethereum has 10 times that amount. So if we extrapolate out, if Ethereum achieves ETH 2.0, it's going to get an even larger market share because Ethereum is doing this right now and it does not scale. If Ethereum can scale, will they get 100 times more active developers than Bitcoin? Let's say it's just 50 or 25x, right? What does that world look like? Because let's say you're bullish on Ethereum. There's no way you can be bullish on Ethereum and not be bullish on altcoins, because altcoins are what are being built on Ethereum. Like most of these new tokens and projects, they're launching on Ethereum, right? Because if you're bearish on altcoins, you're bearish on Ethereum. And if you're bearish on Ethereum, yeah, I mean, for example, let's take a look at Bitcoin maximals. This is why fundamentally I believe they're wrong. You're basically saying that one coin for the rest of humanity will rule the internet. I mean, how dumb does that sound, right? Because if you're bullish on crypto, you're basically saying one cryptocurrency will rule the internet forever and ever. That's ridiculous. I mean, before I mentioned that it's like saying there'll be one website or one phone number, right? Ever. That makes no sense at all. So I'm basically betting on the long tail of crypto. And to me, it's just so obvious that altcoins, maybe not now, maybe not next year, but maybe 5 years, heck, maybe even 10 years down the road, the long tail will win out, meaning that the long tail will survive. There'll be a use case for those tokens. I forgot my train of thought. I'm not even sure what question I was answering here. Maybe somebody can remind me here. What was the question? Basically for 2021, right? So that's my long bet. My long bet, I'm betting on the long tail. It's basically, we have Bitcoin and the field. I'm betting on the field. Yes, Bitcoin will have a place. Bitcoin is not going to die. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. But I'm saying we can make a lot more money on the field. Yes, Bitcoin is going up. But I mean, these altcoins, they're going to go up too, right? It's like saying, do you bet on the car industry or Tesla, right? And when Tesla was young, yes, you go in on Tesla, you make your money, right? But I'm looking at the future, right? And the future is there'll be a place for Ethereum. As a result, there'll be a place for altcoins. Like, that's kind of my way of looking at things. Let me know what you guys think. Be bold. Consider the possibility that Bitcoin's long run up is a great setup for an extended and epic alt run up. Yeah, because Bitcoin's going to go up and eventually it will stop because markets move in cycles. And once it stops, people will cash out. And once that money cashes out, they'll look for the next sexy thing. Either they go to cash, or they go to Ethereum, or altcoins. And when they go to altcoins, and they're so undervalued, when Bitcoin dominance is at 70%, and these alts are chump change, that's where the real money is. That's where the 100x return is. Because yes, Bitcoin is going to do 100x eventually again. But over what time frame? I think if you're doing the right research, shout out to Token Metrics, then you can find those alts a lot early. Okay, always a latte says ETH 2 is years away and it remains to be seen if it will launch successfully or not. ETH is not going away, but ADA and Polkadot will definitely take a big bite out of the tasty ETH pie. Yeah, I mean that's possible, but I mean that's why I say Bitcoin and the field, right? Altcoins have a space in this industry. They're not going away, right? Because the people who are all in on Bitcoin, either they were early on Bitcoin and they made their money, or they don't have the time to be early, right? They're basically laggards, the late adopters. You basically have the early adopters who made the money and became laggards, but you have people like us who missed Bitcoin. Well, I mean, I got into Bitcoin under 1,000, but I didn't get into Bitcoin under $10, right? So when I say missed, I mean that perspective. I missed the early times in Bitcoin. So once you make your money, you're cashing out, you're buying a yacht, you just kumbaya, right? You're on the moon and you're very, very passive. It's kind of like it's kind of like retired. I feel like Bitcoin maximals are retired people in crypto. Okay, they've made their money and they're retired, right? Retired people should not be giving advice to people who are just getting started, right? Because yes, you should have Bitcoin in your portfolio. I mean, even though I don't have Bitcoin, but don't follow me, right? Because what I'm doing is kind of different, right? Because I'm building a company, Token Metrics, in crypto. So I already have exposure to crypto through equity in Token Metrics, right? So whether I don't have a particular coin or not, if crypto ends up becoming the future of money, I still win because I've built a company in the crypto and blockchain space. So I have actual equity, right? So I don't have to necessarily have like all these altcoins or Bitcoin, even though I do have ETH and altcoins. But what I'm saying is I don't have Bitcoin right now, but I mean, ETH has done fairly well and so have these other altcoins, right? So that's kind of my take on that. But anyway, I'm kind of going in circles. What I'm trying to get at is 2021 is just the beginning. It's just the beginning because Bitcoin rallies, Ethereum rallies, altcoin rally to the moon and beyond, right? You have ETH? Yes, yeah, I have Ethereum. Pretty much my portfolio is mainly ETH and altcoins. Been a while since we saw you preach. Thank you. Altcoins to the moon. We did cover Litecoin on the last live stream on Wednesday. Okay, well, it looks like we switched over to the super chats. Okay, let me ask the next one here. Okay, based on history, bull runs have lasted 9 months, once breaking all-time high. Do you see this one lasting longer? I would say yes, because historically speaking, if we go to the Bitcoin halving chart, let me see if I can pull this up here. Because even though it's not the best sample size, it's basically, I think it's still reasonable, right? So this is what I've been kind of using for my guesstimates in terms of what could possibly happen in this bull run. So let's pull this up here. Okay, give me 1 second here. Why isn't this? What happened to my screen? Okay, sorry guys, I'm okay, anyway. Okay, there it is. I was looking for my Zoom screen. So this is the Bitcoin halving chart. And historically speaking, with every bull run or bull market, the run up is a lot less than the past, but it's longer. Because looking at this here, bull run back in 2011, 243 days. Then in 2013, 268. 2017, 525. So I anticipate this bull run to be a lot longer. However, the ROI will be a lot less, right? Because this was basically 177x. This was 92x. This was 29x. So I'm anticipating this to be a lot less, right? So lower than, because if we go, so based off of this, my prediction earlier this year was Bitcoin could be around 45, 50K after this bull run is over. It's not that crazy price prediction for Bitcoin of Bitcoin going to $1 million like everyone else is saying, but I think it's reasonable, right? Because if you were to tell somebody Bitcoin right now is 26K and in 2 years it's going to be at 50K, a lot of people would take it. I mean, yes, it's not the best prediction, but it's going up, not down, right? But anyway, to answer your question, I think if history repeats itself based on each halving, the bull run will be longer, but the ROI will be a lot less. All right, so this, because let's see, when did the bull run start? I guess depends on, if you say the bull run started when the pandemic started, because that's really when Bitcoin went to 3K and it's really just gone up ever since, right? So if we say from March, because looking at this, we have basically, let's say 250, almost 400, 500. Wow. Over 1,000-day bull run. That's basically 3-year bull run. That's crazy. Because pretty much it's going to be more than 500 days looking at this. But then again, I mean, anything is possible with crypto, right? So historically speaking, the ROI has been lower. But I mean, if QE and something just goes crazy, it could be higher than this, right? But I think this is still a good, I think this is a good conservative way to look at things, right? Basically saying we could have a 3-year bull run with Bitcoin ending at 50K. Now, whether that's the support or the top, who knows, right? Maybe it goes up higher but comes back down to 50K. But I think that's a good way to look at things, right? If you want to have a nice, conservative, humble prediction, I would say that's it, right? We're looking at basically 2 to 3 year bull run, but let's say 3-year bull run with Bitcoin stopping at around 50K. Let me know what you guys think. Let me check the comments. Yeah, 50K definitely is conservative, but I think looking at this halving chart, it does make sense, right? Now, if you were to ask us as Moon Boys, I mean, let's say to the moon and beyond, right? To $1 million. But I mean, I think even that's not really realistic, right? I think if we're looking at the worst case scenario, this would be it based on just looking at the Bitcoin halving chart, right? This is not looking at TA, not looking at fundamentals or anything else, just looking purely at the Bitcoin halving chart. Okay? But let me know what you guys think down below. Okay, so we got some more super chats here. Let me see if I can get to them. I don't want to miss them. Thank you, Crypto Drive. Appreciate it. But I didn't see any question with your super chat there. Okay, I see CD and Crypto with super chat. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's go to CD and Crypto's question because I had missed that one. Okay, so the question is, 2 coins outside of the top 50 market cap that look good in 2021. Okay, 2 coins that look good in 2021. Okay, let me take a look. Well, I mean, first off, I would say Helium. I mean, I keep sounding like a broken record, but I mean, I'm all in on Helium. Right now, it's outside the top 100 market cap, so that's one I think will be good in 2021. They'll be launching in Asia. So they launched in Europe this year, Americas. They have more than 14,000 nodes already. I've been mining it. That's the antenna. You guys can see that in the back. I sound like a broken record, but that's basically the one. Outside top 50 market cap. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's go through the list. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to log in. And as I'm logging in here, we do have the 12 days of token metrics. Get 25% off using the coupon code 12 days of TM, all caps, 12 days of TM. Get 25% off. This expires at the end of the year. So you have about 4 days left. So definitely make sure you tell all your friends about it. Not being in crypto is a financial crime, as we've mentioned before. Okay, let me pull this up. I want to sort by market cap rank. Oh man, oh wow. Oh wow. I didn't even realize this. The developers already launched the auto import. So apologies everybody if we have been having some issues with the prices updating. But if you notice, last time I spoke with you, I said we had about 6,000 coins and I mean 600 coins in the platform. We're now almost to 4,000. So we've been doing the auto import from CoinGecko, but as a result, there have been basically rate limitations from CoinGecko. That's why because before the prices on the site would update every 5 minutes, because we have so many coins now and we're making so many requests, it's been taking about 20 minutes, sometimes as much as half an hour. So apologies for that. But we do plan to resolve that issue. So right now, just ignore the prices. It's still unstable, right? But because we're trying to scale to 6,000 coins, and it's basically been too much. But basically, if we just ignore this and look just purely at market cap, actually, I think because we are missing some coins. All these are daily grades. But let's say we're looking at anything outside top 50. That looks good for 2021. Okay. Nothing is jumping out. Honestly, I'll just use Token Metrics yearly grade. But I don't want to show that due to that'll be unfair to our customers. But I'll just use the yearly grade. But the ones I personally like, as mentioned, those are the ones. Actually, right? Helium. Reserve rights is very interesting, worth keeping an eye on. That's one I've kind of been trading here and there. Let's see. Well, Ren, yeah, I think Ren is pretty stable. Blockstack, I've talked about that before. Blockstack is a good project. Reserve rights. Nexus Mutual, I think insurance in DeFi, worth keeping an eye on. Banker, I mean, so those are the ones, right? Then we got Helium over here. If we are going outside the top 100 market cap, then we're looking at outside of Helium, Matic network. Pax Gold, I think gold is always going to be a nice hedge, even for crypto investors. Solana has been doing pretty well. P network, I'm still holding that. And I think that's pretty much it for now. So those are the ones that come to mind. But let me know what you think. What coins are you most bullish on for 2021? Let us know down below in the comments. Okay, let me see if there are any other super chats I didn't miss. Okay, we got one from Jarek. Thank you, Jarek. Appreciate it. Okay, your thoughts on Blockstack and DeFi chain? They have first mover advantage, extracting more value out of Bitcoin. So Blockstack, our team is very bullish on that. We've done a code review. In terms of just purely code, Blockstack is a top 10 project, right? Because if you go back to our old code reviews, it was top 10, I think maybe even top 5. So just based purely on the technology, it is legit. The tech is legit. DeFi chain, that unfortunately I don't have too much knowledge on. I think that's the one Bill showed that was pumping this week. Let's see if I can pull that up here. DeFi chain. Decentralized finance enabled on Bitcoin. Yeah, so that I don't really have too much knowledge on. But actually here, let me send it to our developer to do a code review on. Because I'm surprised we haven't looked into it yet. So that, unfortunately, I can't really say too much. But Blockstack is legit. Now the question is, if Blockstack can bring smart contracts and applications to Bitcoin, then Blockstack is going to be huge. And Bitcoin can, I wouldn't say dethrone Ethereum. Actually, I would say Blockstack and Bitcoin together could possibly do it. Or let's say some other project does it. But Rootstock, a project I invested in back in 2018 that did not pan out too well, Riff. Other lesson I also learned, don't buy OTC for projects not trading on exchanges. Has not been worth it in my experience, especially in a bear market. But anyway, back on topic. Yes, Bitcoin is a store of value use case, and somebody could bring applications on Bitcoin, but everybody who's doing it, Rootstock, Blockstack, DeFi chain, they're all basically just side channels. They're side chains, there are other blockchains piggybacking off of Bitcoin with their own cryptocurrency or token, which to me kind of defeats the point, because it's basically just a blockchain, right? That's being secured by Bitcoin. So that's not really Bitcoin having applications running on Blockstack, which is just being secured by Bitcoin. But maybe that's just kind of semantics. But anyway, I'm very, very bullish on Blockstack. I don't have any, but it has been steadily rising in the market cap. So I think definitely worth keeping an eye on. And now with Tax 2.0, they're going to become fully decentralized. And I think when that happens, I think they'll get listed on Coinbase. Actually, are they listed on Coinbase? Let me take a look. DeFi chain has a market cap of 500 million. Man, all these new projects coming out of nowhere. And just, $500 million market cap. That's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, Blockstack is only on Binance and KuCoin. So I think, because we had Ian Balina, the CEO and founder of Blockstack, on the 100X show last week. Actually, it was earlier this week, I think. And he said with Tax 2.0, which is launching on the 14th of January, I think they're doing the same thing other projects have kind of done, right? Especially American-based projects. They basically create a new token and airdrop that to new users and make it decentralized. And I think that's how they get away from the SEC's purview and regulation. Obviously, I'm no lawyer, not legal advice, but it seems because Enigma is doing the same thing with Secret Network, which is a privacy-based smart contract blockchain. And there was some other project that did it as well. I forget which one. But I think that's the pathway, because I think if that happens and they launch and they're really decentralized, I don't see how Coinbase does not list them. Because, unless the whole XRP thing makes Coinbase hesitant and they stop listing new tokens. But if the project is decentralized and Blockstack is the first Reg A plus project to get that qualification in the US, and the tech is top 10 in the space, how do you not list it, right? So I guess you could say I'm going out on a limb and saying Blockstack will get listed on Coinbase soon, early next year, but not financial advice. Actually, so a developer just said he did review DeFi Chain 2 weeks ago. Okay, looks like I missed it. I think that's when we were busy with the launch. Let me take a look. Okay, so DeFi Chain did get a decent grade. Okay, so project has been audited, but it's hard to achieve what they're trying to do. And they're competing with all of DeFi, which is running on Ethereum, is what our developer said. Right? But it is built from Bitcoin's core code base. Jarek, actually, the review should be in the private alerts channel for professional customers, since you are one. So that should be there. But DeFi Chain is decent tech. I mean, we think Blockstack is still better, but it's decent. It's definitely not I guess everything is relative, right? But I don't think we would say it's a shitcoin. But hey, let me know what you guys think about DeFi Chain and Blockstack. What do you guys think about those projects? Please share down below. Close-up says DeFi Chain is just brilliant. Okay. All right, thank you, Jarek. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get back to the AMA. Okay, just bear with me here. Would you say it's a good time now to sell a good portion of one's Bitcoin and put it in Ethereum? It depends. It depends on what your goals are. Like, are you trading? Are you swing trading? Day trading? Are you holding for a month? Are you holding for a quarter? Holding for over a year? I think if you're holding for the long term for over a year, then keep some Bitcoin. If anything, I would say keep your Bitcoin. Obviously, not financial advice, but what I would personally do, even though I don't have Bitcoin. I think it also depends. Everything depends on your circumstance, which is why it's very hard to give like black and white answers, right? That's why this is not financial advice, right? But what I would do, right? Assuming if I didn't have tokenmetrics and I wasn't like all in on crypto per se, in terms of actually having a business where I'm making money in the blockchain space, I would have Bitcoin and I would have Ethereum. I'd have both. That's what I would do. And basically I would be dollar cost averaging. So if you're buying every month or every 2 weeks, buy some Bitcoin and ETH. Then once you accumulate a good enough position you like, look into other altcoins. And that's what the indices are for. Indices help with that, right? If, for example, if you're going to the, let me pull up the indices here. They help you with figuring out how to allocate that capital. So for example, let me go to let me see if I can show the daily indices. Do they have any? Daily typically are heavier in altcoins and they don't really have Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, they don't have Bitcoin. But in general, I'll look at the indices we have, look at the time frame, and if they have Bitcoin and ETH, then I would do that. If they don't, then I would do that as well. The indices help you with that because they help pinpoint the time horizon you're looking at in terms of when you want to rebalance or take profits or sell or exit. And that could be your GPS. But in general, I think having both is good. Because right now, as Bill mentioned on the last live stream, Bitcoin is turning into a monster and nobody knows when it's going to stop. And it's tough to predict the top. It's tough to predict the bottom, right? So what you can do is just, I mean, maybe you could look at into taking some profits on Bitcoin if you're holding for the short term and putting some of that into ETH, because ETH right now I think is very undervalued relative to Bitcoin's dominance, and I think that there's lots of potential for Ethereum to move up. However, it is concerning with the Ethereum futures market launching in February next year, because that means people can now begin shorting. Institutions can begin shorting Ethereum, and when that happened to Bitcoin, Bitcoin went down, right? So there would have to be a bigger catalyst to compensate all that pressure, whether it's ETH 2.0, whether it's something else, whether it's DeFi 2.0, and people are just needing money for DeFi and all these new projects launching. So there's so many different things that can happen. That's why the answer depends. But hopefully that helps. Okay, all right. All right. How many altcoins do you hold? Is having a big portfolio of altcoins bad? It depends what you consider big. How many alts? So I have Ethereum. I have the alts. I have Helium Network, Matic, Synthetics, P Network, Uniswap. I guess now I have 1inch exchange, even though I haven't claimed them yet, but I have been using the exchange, so I'll probably do that after New Year's. And Uniswap and 1inch exchange, those are my, like, all those free airdrops, those are just my long-term stash. I'm not going to touch those, not going to sell them anytime soon, because it's free money, right? So, like, I'm not lost money. Well, if it goes to zero, I technically don't lose money. Then I had a few others that I had one that I got through an airdrop from Pixio Chain that I don't really own. I still own some of it, but let me see if I can pull it up here. Then in terms of owning lots of alts, so this is a question I did talk to somebody as well in the private group. Everything depends, but in general, you want to have enough coins that you can keep track of, because this hasn't been updated in a while. Typically, we update this about every quarter or so, right? So just go to tokenmetrics.com/disclosures to view. Yeah, ELF, that's the one. I still have some Chromia and some projects that went to zero. But yeah, I have some Chromia. Actually, did I sell that? I think I was trying to sell, but that was illiquid when I went to sell. And ELF, even though it's not that good. Try not to sell until January 1st to push income into 2021. Okay. I did share my thoughts on Matic in the beginning of the stream, so just go back to that and we'll have that there. But in general, let me go back to the question. All right, so those are the altcoins I have. Having a big portfolio of altcoins. In general, my view is you should have between 10 to 30 cryptocurrencies in your portfolio. I'm just taking that from just like regular equities, because from the book, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, they basically say that to be fully diversified, you should have more than 10 stocks. This is for like a retail investor, right? Not for like sophisticated investors who are full-time in crypto and putting in the research, right? Because like Warren Buffett, yeah, even Warren Buffett, right? Even he diversifies, right? But at most 30, because if you have more than 30 coins, you're basically just building your own market-based index fund, right? And what's the point of doing that? Because you have way too many coins and you're just kind of putting small bids into, you're basically playing the lotto. So let me see if I can pull up Warren Buffett's portfolio, because people seem to also get this confused. Because Warren Buffett has gone on record saying that diversification is for idiots, which is true in a way, right? Because people you're trying to diversify to protect yourself from losing money, right? For somebody who's not full-time investing or trading, or I'll say investing, yes, you don't have the time to invest full-time, so you want to de-risk and minimize the risk of losing money, right? However, even Warren Buffett himself is diversified, right? Because he says he does not believe in diversifying, but if you follow my earliest statement of, okay, hold on, I got this stupid ads. Okay. Anyway, going back to my earlier statement of holding between 10 and 30, I think Warren Buffett falls between that, right? Because this is Warren Buffett's portfolio for stocks, right? As you see here, this is diversified. Let me see, how many positions does he have? This comes from public filings. Okay, we're going to have to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Wow, okay, I had no idea he had that many. But I guess all these can basically be grouped into one, maybe, right? So Warren Buffett has 50, but he's full-time investor. But I still think having between 10 and 30 is that sweet spot, because if you have more than 10, you're diversified, and you're basically getting insurance on your own stupidity, in a way, right? In case you pick the wrong investments, you don't lose all your money, right? And then, so between 10 and 30 is that sweet spot. Anything more than 30, you're basically just doing an index fund, right? Now, Warren Buffett, he has 50, right? So maybe even that's not true, right? But I still think 10 and 30 is that sweet spot, because if you're just one person, keeping track of all these different holdings is going to take a long time. You're basically a one-man band, right? Trying to do all that research, right? So that's why you don't always want to listen to everything somebody says, because Warren Buffett says don't diversify, but he has 50 stocks in his portfolio. So in a way, he is diversified, all right? Because when people think don't diversify, they think, oh, just buy like one coin or one investment or like a few investments. But he has 50, right? Now, I think maybe a lot of these are probably investments he's had for years, because he is a value investor, so he invests for a much longer time horizon. So maybe that's why he has 50, but I still think it remains the same. Somebody's saying Warren Buffett likes soda or Coke. Yes, right? So I think if you're between 10 and 30, you're fine. But I know some people who have like 100 altcoins, and I don't know how they stay sane keeping track of all those coins, because it's basically that they have 100 lottery tickets, because it's hard to keep tabs on all those projects and see and know what they're actually doing, right? Because how do you research 100 cryptocurrencies in your portfolio and stay on top of everything? You can't, unless you have a staff, right? That's why maybe like even hedge funds don't really have that many cryptocurrencies, because if you have 100 coins, you won't know what is happening with all those coins. That's why I say it's kind of like you're running an index fund, except you have more overhead and more things to do, right? So that's kind of my take on that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Okay, actually, I think it might be time for us to look into our winner. Let me see if I can pull this up here. So the hashtag was token metrics. Okay, actually, prior to even doing that, we need to pick the best performing coin Okay, so time for the Token Metrics Moonshot Award, right? So last Sunday we said that whoever predicts what cryptocurrency in the top 100 market cap is going to go up the most, basically having the best ROI over 7 days, would win $1,000.
We just landed on the moon and the land.
What would you do with $1,000? Would you buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy altcoins, subscribe to Token Metrics? What would you do, right? So today on this show, right now, we're going to announce the winner. But prior to doing that, we're going to go here to Coinbase, to CoinMarketCap, doing 7-day ROI for the top 100, right? Wow, and the winner is Energy Web Token. Market cap of 74, ROI in the last 7 days of 15.59%. The only other projects that came close were Terra Luna, Horizon, and Bitcoin. Right, so pretty much this week has been the week of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 26,000. Briefly went to 28K. So now, so the winner was EWT. Let's see who picked this on Twitter. Okay, let me see. EWT. Okay, we had one person, Arnaldo Armado, back on the 20th. He picked EWT as his moonshot. Okay, and by being the only one, he's the winner. So congratulations.
We just landed on the moon and the Lambo.
All right. Okay. That was actually pretty tough because my pick was Blockstack. Let me see how Blockstack fared. Where's Blockstack? Okay, it's not even on the list. It was here briefly. Okay, Bill had Litecoin. He came close. Ethereum. Yeah, so Arnaldo, if you could slide in the DMs. Let me living the dream. Yeah, you are living the dream now, Arnaldo. Okay, all right. Yeah, looks like he has a pretty low key Twitter. Okay, CoinGecko. People are saying it's not accurate. The highest over the last 7 days. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can read this right. Okay, let's take a look at CoinGecko. Okay, let's do that. Okay, okay, so let's do 7-day. Okay, looks like we have a data issue here. Okay, so here we got Zilliqa in the last 7 days. Hold on, why? This is the issue we have with CoinMarketCap. Actually, okay, let's compare these two again. And why did Zilliqa not appear? Okay, this is now changing in real time. Okay, okay, now we got okay, so looks like we're having some issues here. Let's redo this again. Okay, so according to CoinGecko, Zilliqa was number 1. Okay, Blockstack, there we go. Okay, all right, so I think, yeah, RIP CoinMarketCap. Yeah, I think, thank you everybody. Let's use CoinGecko. Sorry, what's your name? Arnaldo Armado, apologize. Okay, let's do Zill. Okay, so let's see who had the top. Okay, so we got Logan with December 20th. Anybody else? Tom had Zilliqa as well. Now the tiebreaker was the number of likes. Okay, so okay, this is gonna be tough. Okay, we got Liz Thomas. This was on the 23rd, however. 21st. Why isn't this sorting by the most likes? Okay, hold on. We got Logan. Yeah, this is gonna be complicated. I apologize in advance. Okay, 2 likes for Logan. Tom, no likes. 1 like for Bashtil. Liz has 4 likes. Okay, Tom has 3 here. Oh wow, okay. Rid with 29 likes. Oh man, oh man. Okay. And December 21st. So I think we got a winner here. Rid. Let's Farid. Okay. Oh, and he's following us. Okay. Yeah, so you're following us. You tagged us and Zilliqa and used the hashtag. Okay, all right. Yeah, so that's the winner here.
We just landed on the moon in the Lambo.
Okay, so congratulations, Rid. Be sure to slide in our DMs. Contact us, and we'll take care of you. Okay, hold on. People are asking questions. Okay, let's pull up let's get technical here. Okay, let me pull up the last Mentimeter. Actually, no, we had a tweet for this, so no need to even pull that up here. Okay, just give me 1 second. People are asking what the rules were. Want to make sure we do this right, because we are doing it live. Okay. So the rules were to win $1,000, tag us and the project, use the hashtag tokenmetrics, right? And you have until basically end of Monday to submit your pick. So on the 21st. Okay, oh wow, okay, my fault. Okay. If multiple people pick the right coin, the tiebreaker was the most retweets. Okay, even I slipped up. Apologies, I told you it would be okay, so he had 3 retweets here. Did anybody get, he had the most likes, but he also had the most retweets as well. So you're still the winner. Yeah, so the winner is the same. So congratulations, Farid. Please DM us on, actually here, I can DM you with the Tokenmetrics account. So send us, we'll send you the 1,000 over, oh wow, you're also in Dubai. So I'll be in Dubai, so let me know if you want to link up. Maybe we can add an extra surprise to that. Okay, all right, yeah, so send us maybe like your PayPal, or that might be the best, either that or whatever works best, right? But here, just I'll ping you on Twitter. Okay, so congratulations, Rid. Please get in touch. And to everybody else who did not win, there's always next time. Juan Baldi says I had more retweets. Okay, I'm not seeing your retweets, Juan. Could you maybe post your... Could you post the link? Right, so let me go back. because yeah, 3 retweets, 29 likes. I'm not seeing a 1 here under top. Okay, you didn't use Zill. Okay, you used Zilliqa. Okay, that's okay. I mean, this is this feels like the U.S. elections. People really want that 1K. Okay, let me see if I missed anybody here. Yeah, searching. Sarid had the most. Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, I guess we have a second technicality here. Okay, so one DM us as well. Okay, DM us. To make things easier, how about this? One, since you have the, I assume there's no more other issues here, right? One, we'll send you the $1,000. DM us and the account. RID, we'll also hook you up with an account for Tokenmetrics. Just because it's been challenging trying to navigate Twitter here. This is the first time doing this. But yeah, I mean, congratulations to all of you.
We just landed on the moon.
To Juan, Ma, and Rid, DM us, and we'll hook you up. All right? Thank you, everybody, for participating. Okay. Let us know what other contests we should host in the future. And let us know down below. Okay, that was definitely something. Thank God I'm not doing elections. Okay. Let me see. Are there any super chats I haven't gotten to? Let me make sure I don't miss any. We covered DeFi chain. Okay. AMP token, part of Flexer network. Unfortunately, Alec, I don't really have much to say about AMP. I haven't really looked too much into it, especially on Flexa. Okay, let's see if there's anything else here. Be sure to smash the like button, retweet, and share with your friends. Okay, DeFi chain, 109% over the last 7 days. Now, DeFi chain was not on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap in terms of top ROI. Let me see if I can do a quick search for Jack. Okay. Okay, so I see why DeFi chain technically has no market cap yet on CoinGecko. I think it's too new. Right, so unfortunately that's kind of a technicality. Right, it has no market cap here technically. Right, then let me see what other super chat we have. First time finding your life. That's what's up, Arjun. I'm glad to have you here on Facebook. Be sure to smash the like button. I haven't looked too much into BitShare, so don't really have anything much to say about that. BitShare died, honestly. BitShare was a 2017 project. Died and has not come back to life. Okay, all right. Let's back to the AMA here. IoTex, yeah, that one died too, hasn't come back. Okay, next question. Just imagine you just entered the crypto world. What will you buy for 2021, which can bring stable profits with low risk, low gain rate until end of the year? Okay, so basically you're asking for the yearly index. I'll just go to Tokenmetrics yearly indices, and that has your answer. Yearly indices typically have Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins, Pax Gold as a hedge for gold. As a hedge for crypto and fiat, and then a few alts in there, right? And I would do that, and then I would do some yield farming for stablecoins and the alts that you have, and that's it, right? That's the yearly indices are the most conservative indices because they update once a year, so they have to be super conservative, and that does not mean they won't do well. It just means they're not pump and dumps, right? Basically. Now, if you like the pump and dumps, we will be making a degen index, low cap index, soon, early next month. That will be coming. Stay tuned. You have asked, and you shall receive. But that's what I would get. If you want something stable, it's not the sexiest answer, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins, Pax Gold, and a handful of altcoins, right? The ones Armada's Lake have been beta, which has done pretty well, synthetics. And I think those were the two alts it mainly had. For the full index, go check the site. Make sure to use the coupon code 12 days of TM, all caps, to get 25% off of Tokenmetrics. Coupon code expires by the end of the year. So, in basically 4 days. Okay, on to the next. Okay, Zilliqa, we kind of covered Zilliqa at TA with Bill. Zilliqa has had a great week. I'm not sure if there's any news driving it, right? But yeah. Okay. Should we take profits to fiat from Bitcoin or just try to accumulate more Bitcoin? It all depends on your goals. If you don't need the money for over 5 years, just hold the Bitcoin. If you are investing with a time horizon less than a year, then you should probably be taking profits. The time horizon kind of dictates almost everything. Basically, when you're investing, you should always be asking yourself, how soon do I need to get this money back out? If you're fine and you have multiple streams of income and you don't really need the money now, then hodl for the long term. But if you're investing to buy a house, for example, and you want to put that money as a down payment on a mortgage, and you're planning to buy a house in 2 years or 1 year, that's your time frame. That would dictate everything you're doing. So that's why we have the indices structured under time frames, because that dictates everything. Somebody who wants the money out next month will have different investment goals than somebody who wants the money out in 2 years or 20 years, right? If you're already a millionaire and you're just putting your wealth into crypto to just build wealth, and you don't need to take it out until you retire in 10 years, that's your time horizon. That dictates everything, right? So I think that's pretty much your answer, right? Now, unless you're trying to time the tops and the bottoms, then it's different. But if you're just rebalancing, you aren't really trying to time anything, because the whole point of having an index to rebalance is to avoid trying to time the tops and the bottoms. You kind of, in a way, dollar cost averaging, but doing it over a set time horizon, whether weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly, yearly. So that's the way I would do it, but obviously not financial advice. All right, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. We've been going for what, almost 2 hours now? Yeah, I think almost 2 hours. Let me see if I can find some questions that aren't really token related. Almost every question is about a token. Because we could talk about individual tokens all day long. Okay, let me see if I can just do rapid fire questions here. Are we expecting a Tokenmetrics mobile app? I would say sometime in the future, yes, that's a possibility, but not at the moment. Maybe after version 2.0, which is the new redesigned version, Is alt season upon us, or was today just a flash in the pan? I don't think we're there yet, but I think we'll run for sure with Bitcoin once Bitcoin goes sideways for some time. Bill is on holiday, on vacation with his daughter. He's earned it, having a good time. But yeah, that's where Bill is. Do you think precious metals mining stocks will perform better than Bitcoin or altcoins? Oh, hell no. Precious metals? Stocks? No, Bitcoin and crypto all the way. Ocean Protocol TA. Just go to the site for Ocean Protocol TA and price prediction. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me get some comments. Let me see if I can answer some questions in the comments. Mainframe rebranded. Okay, what are the next big features coming out of Token Metrics? Okay, I kind of answered this on last Sunday's live stream, but I'll talk about what I'm excited for. So the next big feature is coming out for Token Metrics. One, I would say we're launching Token Metrics version 2.0. Version 2.0 would be rebuilt from the ground up, different backend database to be a lot faster, a lot more modern user interface, user experience, and just better, having a lot more data points. So going from like about 130, 150 to possibly over 1,000 data points. Data points will include sentiment analysis, adding on-chain metrics for Bitcoin and Ethereum, adding metrics for DeFi, such as total value locked, adding metrics from other capital markets, such as futures contracts, S&P 500 indices, adding macroeconomic indicators such as real estate data, adding economic data. And basically our vision is to build a super AI that will know everything about investing and trading crypto. This will be the know-it-all AI. So imagine like a Watson AI for crypto, or like a Siri or Alexa for crypto. Like that's what we're building. We're building it in levels, but that is the future. So yes, it is a very scary future, but we think it's amazing. We think because it's a future. Blockchain, crypto is the future, and AI is the future, and we're merging them all into one company. And if we do what we hope to do or intend to do, this is over several years, right? From not just 1 year. This is like the 5 to 10 year roadmap. If we actually build the super AI, you'll never have to do TA ever again. You'll never have to research a crypto ever again, because this AI will know everything, because it will have thousands of data points, and it will be able to learn and evolve over time and tell you, okay, this is what is happening. Because imagine just being able to have an AI write investment reports for you. That's something we're also thinking about. That's way out down the line, but once we have the data and the analysis and the AI, we can generate reports. We can maybe even have it speak to you like Siri and Alexa. That'd be pretty cool, right? As an app. Imagine having an app. You ask it, hey, what do you think about P Network? And using our data, it tells you what it thinks. Obviously, not financial advice, but it tells you its opinion on P Network. I mean, that's powerful, right? So we're putting that in levels. First is really the website, the web application. That's Token Metrics 2.0. Then we're also launching the asset allocator next year. That's an Ethereum-based smart contract, basically a DeFi asset allocator that takes our AI indices and lets you invest in them passively through a non-custodial manner. So kind of like what people are doing with token sets, with Yearn Finance, all those other projects. But obviously being in the US, regulation is a lot tougher. That's why it's taking a lot longer. But our goal is to take the indices and let you be able to leverage them on your own accord using Ethereum-based smart contracts. That's going to be powerful. So they would be basically buying and selling using Uniswap, 1H Exchange, all those DEXs, and that's going to be big. So that's also coming. The other part I'm very excited for. So Jad, a quant on our team, has been working on automated technical analysis. So imagine, because right now on the site we have technical analysis, but it's not really too helpful, right? Based on customer feedback. Let me pull this up here. So let's do Blockstack, for example. So let me share my screen. All right, so here we have Blockstack. If we go to technical analysis, yes, we have a grade and we have indicators here, right? So, but we want to make this super simple for you. So what we're working on is basically TradingView. So imagine we have 6,000 cryptocurrencies in our platform, and we have an AI that will do the TA for you visually. And it will even dumb it down to a point where it just tells you market cycles, bullish, bearish, right? So you don't have to be an expert to do TA. You can research 6,000 coins and it will tell you what cycle it's going in. And the way we're doing that is taking, right now we have about 20 something technical analysis indicators. We've been able to expand those to 90 currently in testing. Then we'll have the AI take all those 90 indicators, find out which ones matter based on back testing, and combine them into one super indicator and visualize that for you, right? And the visualization is what's crucial. Kind of like how you do technical analysis on TradingView, right? What Bill does and other traders do. But if we could summarize all of that into just one visual indicator that's super simple, then anybody could understand what to do. That is going to be powerful. Then we also have sentiment analysis coming. We're running custom sentiment models by pulling data from Telegram, from Twitter, from Reddit, from news sites, Google Trends, all on an individual coin, and having the AI try to figure out if we can leverage that data to make money. So just think about that. Not just for Bitcoin, not just for Ethereum, but for as many coins as we can. Because we plan to scale to 6,000 coins and get all the coins that are available on CoinGecko. So imagine having 6,000 coins, having sentiment analysis where we're tracking all the chats in the public Telegram groups. I mean, it is kind of scary, kind of like Big Brother, but hey, it's public data. Telegram's API makes it available, so we can track and see if there are any changes in the Telegram groups for any coin that has a Telegram group, or for Reddit, and then add that to the TA. So the future is bright. Definitely very excited. We'll definitely keep you posted with what's coming up, but very, very excited for that. All right, let us know what you think. Let us know what features you're most excited for down below. Will you have an anti-AI bit incorporated into that? I mean to say, I can see a point where one AI system tries to outwit the other AI system by understanding the data points and possibly manipulate. Well, I mean, obviously AI is not fully perfect and there are issues, but we think with the help of humans, it's kind of like that show Westworld on HBO, right? That's kind of, we're trying to build up towards that, but for crypto. But I think it's fascinating. But as long as we have a community with us, which we do, right? Our goal is to make sure we're building something the community wants to use, right? So we're always getting feedback. Right now, I do understand the site has been unstable, but so please bear with us. We went from having 600 cryptocurrencies to about 3,500, right? So those API requests have been giving us issues scaling because there's just so much demand. We're basically building a big data engine powered by AI for crypto. So there's been latency in terms of how often some prices update. So we do plan to update that. But yeah, I mean, that's what keeps me up at night. What do we think about CRV? It's on the site. Tech is good. Fundamentals could be better. But it's basically dumped ever since it launched. It launched at too high a valuation. That's why we always say, wait for things that launch wait for them to fizzle out and then look into possibly accumulating. But if you're just earning it from yield farming, staking, then that's fine. Are you using Graph GRT for this? No, we're not. Graph is relatively new, so we are not using it. But I think we did look into it a while back. Let me pull it up again, because it seems Graph is getting very, very popular in the crypto space. Okay, I'll pull this up here. Okay, yeah, so this is a project people are always talking about. Let me just kind of do a quick overview on this. APIs for a vibrant, decentralized future. The Graph is an indexing protocol for querying networks like Ethereum and IPFS. Anyone can build and publish open APIs called subgraphs. So, I mean, our asset allocator isn't really going to do this per se, because we have kind of two different products. We have the asset allocator, which is running on Ethereum, and then we have Tokenmetrics, the platform, the SaaS platform, running on our own website, which are two different things, right? There'll be two different things. So, but Graph is definitely a decent project. We did a code review back in, I think, in August or September, and it was good. It scored like a 78%. So basically, good project. It's being used by lots of blockchain products. My understanding is this basically brings GraphQL, graph querying, to blockchain dApps, right, such as this, right? But our platform is kind of different, right? But yeah, I think that's. But as I mentioned before, this project, when it launched, because it was a good project, but there was just too much hype, too much FOMO. Because if we go to, right, let's take a look. Okay, so it launched at 11 cents, went to almost 70 cents. Now it's at 40 cents. Okay, so people are still up. So not everybody is right. But if you're at the top here, you definitely are losing some money. Yeah, I mean, so John, the Graph is mainly for blockchains. I mean, our developer team is keeping tabs on lots of things. We looked into API 3. Currently, we're building on Ethereum, Chainlink, and others, right? But that's kind of that. When do you think is the right time to get into GRT? I would say use Tokenmetrics with the time horizon you're in to monitor what you think, right? But Tokenmetrics is fine to help you with that. So let me know what you think about Graph down below. Okay, somebody's saying Trump signed the bill. What, the stimulus bill? Let me take a look. Okay, it looks like he has signed the bill. Trump's plans to sign relief bill on Christmas Eve were scrapped last minute. Is this what you're saying? Actually, you know what? Let's check Twitter, because Twitter is going to be more real time. Okay, so we got okay, good news on COVID relief bill. Information to follow. Okay, information to follow, but not much has been posted. I guess this is the announcement of the announcement. Okay, relief is coming. So what does that mean? That means they're going to print more money. because they have no money to, right? And regardless, Bitcoin, crypto, altcoins, they're going to go up. So, I mean, either way, because once again, not being in crypto is a financial crime. Because as they print more money, the dollar is getting devalued. People are losing purchasing power every single year. So if it's 15% a year, 5 years, people's money is worthless. So inflation is happening, not just in America, but globally. And Bitcoin and crypto is the way out. I mean, because, okay, let's see if we can play devil's advocate. Because MMT, because I did read the book by, was it Stephanie Melton? Right? They're basically saying that a central bank or country that issues its own currency can never go bankrupt. Yes, which is true. However, inflation happens. You can lose purchasing power. Now, the country could control the level of inflation, but I mean, they've not been controlling anything. And I believe that even they've basically been playing games where they let's find out the level of inflation here. Okay, so all these, actually these are projected. I need the, okay, I'm no economist here, so please bear with me. Is there, okay, so this is the CPI. The consumer, yeah, so the issue with consumer price index, my understanding is this was rigged, well not rigged, but they changed this to make it look better than it actually is, right? So I don't think this is really the best indicator of actual inflation, right? That's kind of the thing with politicians, right? And then all these are projections, so this is not really the best one to use. Okay, okay, somebody said on Washington Post, let's go to Washington Post real quick. Okay, Trump has indicated he will sign stimulus bill into law, averting shutdown. Yeah, I mean, but either way, crypto is gonna go up, right? Because if you denominate everything in Bitcoin, everything has been wrecked. I mean, even Michael Saylor has been tweeting about this, right? Everything has just been completely wrecked. Let me see if I can pull up Michael Saylor's Twitter. Okay, so he had something he posted a while back. Okay, so this is return versus this. What the heck is ours? Okay, I'm not sure what this is, but basically, he's been posting charts like this, showing why his company invested. Okay, so this is gold, and we think gold is better than cash, right? But even if you compare gold to Bitcoin, you are losing money. And just look at this. Like this is why not being in crypto is a financial crime. Let me see which other ones he posted. Now, I don't really believe the stock to flow model that much, but looking at this, let's see. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. But you guys get the idea, right? Here's one other one, right? Asset class returns. Over the last 10 years, Bitcoin. And guys, this is just Bitcoin. They're not even covering altcoins. I mean, because the altcoins, I mean, that's where the real money is. Because we're super early. But Bitcoin, which to us is basically a stable coin, almost, right? Bitcoin is as safe as it gets. So, I mean, that's why you got to get your friends into crypto. Spread the word. Get them onto Noah's Ark. Tell them to use token metrics. Right? 25% off code, 12 days of TM. And that's basically it. So I'm going to have to wrap it up now. So let me know what you think. Do you think crypto is the future? Have you told all your friends to get in on crypto? Let us know down below. We looked into Troy a while back. It wasn't that good. Okay, all right. With that being said,
We just landed on the moon in the land.
thank you, crypto family. Great. Thank you all for tuning in. Great live stream. Hope you'll have a happy new year, great holidays. Smash the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, with the crypto family. And I'll see you in 2021. Oh man. Feels good saying that. I'll be off as well for about a week. I'll be traveling to Dubai. Not sure if I can meet people there per se because of COVID, but I'll be with everybody in spirit. No matter where you are, I'll be with you in spirit, celebrating the new year. So, actually, let me just. So, one last word. We're wrapping up 2020, heading into 2021. Get all your friends into crypto. Crypto is the future of money, the future of the internet. This is why we're here. And if we're gonna get onto Noah's Ark and build the new internet, we need to make sure our friends are there with us. So your goal for 2021 should be to evangelize and get as many people into crypto, because crypto is the future. Not being in crypto is a financial crime. So unless you want to get arrested for not having your friends in crypto when you make your money, because that's the worst, right? Making money when your day one friends and family are not there with you. Because what good is to have all the money in the world if you can't enjoy it with your loved ones and your friends? So get them in crypto. Because the last thing you want is them resenting you for not getting them into crypto. Even if so people keep on asking, hey, I've been trying to get them into crypto and they just don't see it. Make them see it, like figure out a way to explain it in a different manner. All right. So with that being said, thank you everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. I'll see you next time.